You've probably heard about OpenClaw, previously known as CloudBot. It has taken the internet by storm and everyone seems to be using it. But you've also probably heard about the security risk that comes with it and the cost of a dedicated hardware or VPS to run it. So what if you just want to test it first? What if you want to get your hands on it and see if it's actually useful for you and build a few workflow before spending any money? That's exactly what this video is about. I'm going to show you how to safely install OpenClaw on your computer using a virtual machine. No cost, no risk to your main system. So think of this as a safe playground where you can fully test everything. And once you know this tool works for you, then you can move it to a 24/7 VPS. So what's OpenClaw? It's your own personal AI assistant that runs on your machine. It responds to you through Telegram, WhatsApp, or even iMessage. And it can actually do things on your computer, like creating files, browsing the web, and organizing your projects. Because it has that level of access to your system, running it inside a virtual machine keeps everything isolated and your main computer completely protected. Now, before we start, here's an important tip. Create dedicated accounts for your bot. Set up a separate Gmail, Google Drive, Google Calendar, or any other account that you think would be useful for it to have. So this way, you don't mix your personal information and risk having it exposed or deleted. Only give it information that you are comfortable with it if it gets leaked. So assume that it will get leaked at some point. So your privacy is on you. Now let's get right into it. The first thing we need is a virtual machine. So we're going to use UTM, which is a free open source virtualization app. So head over to their website, download it, and install it on your Mac. So once it's open, click on Create a new virtual machine. Then select Virtualize. Choose macOS as your operating system. On the hardware screen, leave everything as the default and click Continue. Same thing for the storage, just keep the default and click Continue again. You will see the virtual machine appear in the top left. Give it a moment to finish setting up. So once it's ready, hit the play button to start it up. You will now see a fresh macOS installation. So go through the normal setup process just like you would with a brand new Mac. So choose your language, your region, set it up as a new Mac and create an account with a password. So this is literally a computer inside of your computer. So a completely isolated environment. If anything goes wrong inside this virtual machine, your actual system is not affected at all. So this is the whole point of this system. So once you're in, I recommend installing Chrome inside your virtual machine. So this will come in handy later, especially if you want to use browser-based tools or the Chrome DevTool MCP integration. So that way your bot can control the browser. So before we install OpenClaw, you need to decide which AI providers you want to use. So OpenClaw supports multiple providers, including OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, and even local models through Ollama if you want everything to be like on your machine and local. The two most popular options are using an API key where you pay per usage or using an existing subscriptions. So if you're already paying $20 a month for ChatGPT, then this is basically included. If you prefer to use an API key instead, you can create one at OpenAI dashboard or at console.anthropic.com. Just keep in mind that API usage can add up quickly, so especially with heavy usage. Also, Anthropic has clarified that using a cloud subscription to power OpenClaw is not permitted under their terms of service. So if you want to use cloud models, you will need to use the Anthropic API, so not the subscription. For this tutorial, I will show you the OpenAI Codex subscription method, since it's the most cost-effective way for most people. Now let's install OpenClaw inside our virtual machine. So open your browser inside the VM and go to openclaw.ai. On their website, you will find a one-liner install command. This is the recommended way to get started. So copy the command, then open the terminal inside your virtual machine, paste the command in, make sure to type sudo before the command, and enter your password. Hit enter and the installer will do its thing. So it will detect your operating system, check what you already have, and install everything that's missing. This includes Homebrew, Node.js, Xcode command line tools, and all the other dependencies that OpenClaw needs. So this part takes a few minutes, so just be patient. Once everything is installed, the OpenClaw onboarding will launch automatically. The onboarding walks you through the entire setup. So first, it will ask you to confirm that you understand that OpenClaw is powerful and comes with risk. So select yes, then choose advanced, so you have full control over the setup. If you prefer the quick way, you can use quick start and that works too, but the advanced lets you see every option. So we select local gateway since we are running this on this machine. For the workspace directory, leave this at the default. This is where OpenClaw stores its configuration, memory, and files. Then we need to choose our AI provider. Select OpenAI from the list. You will see two options, OpenAI API key or OpenAI Codex. If you want to use your existing ChatGPT subscription, then choose OpenAI Codex. This will open a login page in your browser, so you need to sign in into your OpenAI account, then Authenticate. So after you're signed in, copy the entire URL from the browser and paste it back into the terminal. OpenClaw will grab the authentication token from it automatically. Next, choose your model. The default will be something like GPT 5.3 Codex, which is the latest available. So keep that or pick whichever model you prefer. And gateway token, just press enter to let the OpenClaw generate one automatically. Then choose loopback, which keep everything on your local machine. Select off until you specifically want remote access through Tailscale. So now we'll ask you to configure a messaging channel. Select yes. You will see all the available channels. So you have Telegram, WhatsApp, Discord, iMessages, and so much more. For this tutorial, we're going to use Telegram because it's the easiest and most stable option to get started. It will then show you the setup instructions. So here's what we need to do. We're going to open Telegram and search for BotFather. So make sure that it's the one verified with the blue check mark. So we click on Start to begin a conversation. Then run the new bot command. The BotFather will ask you to name your bot, so give it whatever name you want. And next, choose a username for the bot. This username must end with bot. So for example, my assistant bot or creative AI bot. So if the name is taken, try adding numbers at the end to make it unique. Once created, it will give you an API token. So this is a long string of characters. We need to copy that and paste it into the terminal. Then select Finish to complete the channel configuration. For the DM policy, select Yes so the bot can receive direct messages and choose the pairing option for the device authentication. It will then ask you if you want to install any skills. So for now, I recommend skipping this step and not installing any skills right now. So skills are community created extensions that give your bot extra abilities. So some are great, but others can be poorly made or even malicious. So a bad skill could potentially access or extract your data from your system. Only install skills that you trust that comes from a verified source. The OpenClaw community is actively working on improving security around skills, and the ClawHub registry now has thousands of options. But take your time and research before you add any. You can always install skills later once you are more comfortable with the platform. Now for the gateway service, hit enter and it will install the Node gateway service for you. Once that's done, it will ask what you want to do next. Choose the launch the bot right in your terminal, hit enter, and just like that, your OpenClaw bot is alive. You will see a message in the terminal confirming that it's online and it's awake. The bot will ask you a couple of things to get started, like how it should call itself and what it should call you. You can also choose a personality preset. Options include things like professional, friendly, or technical. Or you can just go with the default and customize it later. Now let's link it in Telegram. So go back to Telegram, you will see a link to your bot. Click on it and press start to begin a conversation. The bot will give you a pairing code and a command. So copy both, then go to your virtual machine's terminal and paste the command, followed by the pairing code. Once you run that, it will approve your Telegram sender. So now your Telegram messages are linked directly to your OpenClaw running in the virtual machine. So now we can test it out. Go to Telegram and send your bot a message. Try something like create a landing page for a SaaS product. Make it modern, clean, avoid blue and purple gradients. Save it as an HTML file in the documents folder. You will see the bot respond and start working on the task. If you want a visual view of what is happening, you can type dashboard command in the terminal. So this opens a web-based UI where you can see your prompts, the bot's activity, and all the settings in a more visual way. After a moment, check your documents folder inside the virtual machine. You should see the HTML file that the bot just created. Just open it to see the result. The quality of the output depends on which AI model you are using. So OpenAI models will give you different result compared to Anthropic or other providers. You can keep prompting the bot to iterate, improve, or completely change direction. Since this worked through Telegram, you can also do this from your phone. So download the Telegram app and you can communicate with your bot anywhere at any time. So that's really like the power of this setup. Here are a few handy commands to know. You can type status to check the bot's current status. Use the exit command in the terminal to leave OpenClaw and run regular terminal commands. You can type dashboard to open the web-based control panel. And you can use OpenClaw Doctor for the terminal to check for troubleshooting. Now that your bot is up and running, here are a few things you can explore. You can add voice capabilities using 11 Labs. You can connect it to your browser for web automation. You can set cron jobs so it runs tasks on a schedule even while you sleep. And you can connect multiple messaging channels at the same time. The possibilities are really endless. People have been using OpenClaw for everything from automating customer support to negotiating deals or managing their entire daily schedule. You can think of it as your personal assistant or co-worker. So you can delegate tasks, build workflows, and improve them over time. Start small, get comfortable, and then expand from there. Now, if you use the bot to generate websites or landing pages, and you want to take it to the next level in terms of design, you can check out Aura. So you can bring the HTML file to the platform and transform it to something that looks truly professional and production ready. The template library is really unique. It has high quality designs. It really stands out from your typical AI generated look. I highly recommend to go on the page and look for yourself. And that's it. You now have your own personal AI assistant running safely inside a virtual machine. It's connected to Telegram and ready to handle whatever tasks you throw at it. If you found this helpful, then make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more content like this. Let me know in the comment if you have any questions or if you want to see more OpenClaw tutorials, use cases, or how to set it up on a VPS, because that's how a lot of people are using, so they can access anytime without the need of having your computer on at all time and also using your resources. So let me know in the comments and I will see you in the next one.